Cool. So we're here at Stay Classy CrossFit. We just finished the wHealth, Weightlifting Health program, right? The Barbell Club. Tell us how you feel.
Good.
Good. Excellent. So we're talking with Danielle Franz, right? Danielle or Daniela?
Danielle.
I don't know where I got Daniela from.
Everyone always puts that extra A in there.
Danielle Franz.
Originally from Los Angeles, but I live here in San Diego.
Okay, so Franz. That's how you say it? Good.
Yes.
You just finished the weightlifting program. How long have you been a member at Stay Classy CrossFit?
1 year.
1 year.
Mm-hmm.
How would you rate how you feel today from before when you came in off the streets, fresh to CrossFit?
Yes, I was brand spanking new.
Brand new. But you stayed fit in the past, right? You had things.
Oh yeah,
that you
I
did.
was that treadmill girl on a treadmill for 45 minutes every morning and
Reading
getting
a book? Were you reading a book?
No, I wasn't that kind, but I had my headphones in and I was jamming to some good music, but wasn't really progressing anywhere.
Okay. And then what made you either discover it? How did you discover it? What made you want to switch? Like, walk us through the process.
There was a kind of like a 6-week introductory program they kept seeing on Facebook, and so I'm like, what does this thing keep popping up for? And it was one of those, I just clicked on it and looked into it a little bit, and I was like, why not? Kind of was going through some stuff in my personal life, so it seemed like a good fit to kind of just try something out for 6 weeks, and that's how I started.
That low commitment, right? I mean, it's like in 6 weeks, if I don't like it, it's not that big of a chunk of your life.
Right. Well, cool. I was really hoping that in 6 weeks I would like look amazing, and it'd be like that transformation that you see in those pictures.
Yeah. Did it? Did it work?
The first 6 weeks, no, I hated it, but I stuck with it, and now I love it.
Yeah. How long would you say that it took for you to get that physical? Are you there? And if so, how long did it take for you to find that your body was changing, time-wise?
I would say the first 6 weeks, just kind of, I was getting comfortable with just being uncomfortable, and just, it was not my norm. It wasn't, I didn't have something that could look at how many calories I was burning for the day, and that really bothered me. It kind of messed with my head, so I stuck with it, and I would say probably after about 3 months is when I started to just kind of really drop what I thought I should be doing.
Oh, okay.
And followed more of what the coaches were telling me to do, and that's where I started to notice more of a difference in strength and I would say my progress.
Rad. Excellent. Danny, what do you do for a living?
I am a therapist at a psychiatric hospital.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been at that hospital for 3 years, but I am working towards licensure. So eventually want to venture out into either private practice or still stay within the community, though, part-time.
Mm-hmm. So I must admit, I'm not quite sure what licensure, what the process is for that. Like, can you walk me through that?
So after your master's program, you graduate and you're required to do 3,000 face-to-face hours of counseling.
Holy cow.
Yes.
3,000 hours
Yes.
is a lot of
It's
hours.
A lot of face-to-face time with people that are going through some tough times. So, but it's a very rewarding process. It's a very humbling experience. I always learn something new every day. Every day is a different day, and I do the best that I can.
How it seems like you would need an outlet to. You're dealing with everyone else's problems, right? One thing that I've always heard is that like counselors themselves have the most problems because it's like they're dealing with all these problems all day.
Yeah, I mean, do
you run into that?
They do. It's kind of in our field as clinicians. We do understand that there are times you need to debrief. We do ask for you to kind of go through your own therapy as well. So that is something that we've all done and you're required to do. But once you are licensed, it's kind of just finding your own outlet. So for me, that's been coming here. That's really, really been helpful. I kind of just consider the steps up to the door. That's my place to drop my baggage and clock out.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's a lot of baggage at the at the entry of the gym, so
people are going to be stumbling through it, trying to step over it, right?
Yeah, and then It's kind of cool though because I leave it there, and it's amazing how after that hour, however long it is, when I leave, it's like I forget about it and it's gone. So
Wow, incredible.
kind of helps me to hit the reset button.
Was it always the case when you came in for that 6 weeks? Did you know to do that? Like, all right, I gotta focus on this workout and leave my shit at the door, or did you kind of like?
I think for the first 6 weeks it was just learning, and I think it was just kind of trying to grasp the concept of it. So those first 6 weeks for me were just like, okay, well, just kind of figuring out what I was doing. It was when I signed up just to become a member, and kind of had to take a little bit more responsibility at that point, because the 6-week program, they were just kind of telling us what to do and follow this step. And then as the classes progressed, there was a little bit more, okay, well, you pick your own weights and you find out,
Gotcha.
where you have to push yourself. So that's when I realized, okay, I need to focus. My head needs to be in the game. I can't just really come and, set my treadmill to whatever time and, like I used to. So,
check out.
Yeah.
Excellent. What do you think of today's workout? Well, walk us through what you did.
So we worked on snatches, which is one of my least favorites, just because it's something I'm not good at. It's something I constantly have to work at. So I love it and I hate it. I hate it and I love it. And worked on those. Form, I think, for me with that movement is difficult, and I do want to get better. So I try to work on that when I can. So it was helpful. Today was very, very helpful. Just feedback, and then also just kind of concentrating on different techniques. And then clean and jerks with the opposite foot. Not a fan.
Split jerks with opposite leading foot.
Yeah, I found out that my left leg is not a fan of going out very far in front. It doesn't pave a very good road, as you had said. Pave a road. We're paving roads here. I don't think I've paved much of a way, but it was very uncomfortable.
Any progress is good progress.
Okay.
Definitely. And then what do you think? So we did some, I want to say some like character building, some like team building stuff with cleans.
Yes.
For speed and for reps and for time,
yes.
Right? So do as many as you can in a certain amount of time, and then do X amount as fast as you can.
Yes.
What were the differences for you in those two movements? Like doing one for as many reps as you can, and one doing, all right, I have this amount of work to get done, I'm going to attack it, and then I'm going to be timed for it.
I think that doing as many reps, I think I was more focused on, like, I would say, I didn't really feel like I needed to challenge myself, but I think that it was, you have to do this many reps and this many times, and then we had more people we were facing off. I think more of that, okay, well, get the job done. Figure it out and get it done.
Yeah.
A little bit more like that competitiveness comes into play then, I think.
Awesome. And then finally we capped it off with the sled drags. We had 3 25-pound plates on that standard like Rogue dog sled. What do you think of that weight?
That was a good weight. I think that the smooth concrete is kinder than the rough concrete.
You hit a patch and all of a sudden you're like,
yeah, pose the brakes on that real fast.
Such is life, right?
Yes, that is true.
Rad. Well, Danny, thank you so much for being a guest, the first guest on the wHealth podcast. Look forward to many more. Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your feedback and being awesome.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely mutual. Everybody here has this energy about them that just like, I think it juices everybody else up.
Yeah.
Like this certain group of people, when you get in here to this gym, it's just like, fuck yeah, we're going to get some work done. We're going to make ourselves better and have a blast doing it. So
Sounds good.
Thanks, Danny. Appreciate it.
Thank you.